welcome back to another episode of the Coffee Diaries series. The series where we talk about all things blogging and photography. And don't forget guys, this is also a podcast, so you can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher and SoundCloud. Today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys the money. Show me the money is what I did say in my last episode that I will try my best to do in this episode. I will talk to you guys all about the money. Before I go into talking all the money and where you guys can find it, full disclaimer, do not go into anything only for money. Do not go into blogging only just for the money. Do not go into Instagramming or YouTubing only for the money. Do it because you genuinely have a passion for it, and then the money will be an added bonus. The reason why I say this is because if you decide to go into blogging and you're only going to chase the money, it will reflect on your work. You'll not be motivated to create content that has nothing to do with money, and at the end of the day, you might lose followers, you might even lose interest in what it is that you do, and it will not just be sustainable. So I would say go into something because you genuinely enjoy doing it, like blogging, because blogging is not easy. You might think it is easy, but once you start doing it, you would know that it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. That is what Les Brown says, someone I listen to, a motivational speaker. Definitely check him out, he's very good. So the reason why I'm also saying this is because the techniques that I'm going to teach you in which you can make money are really broad, and if you're only doing it because you want money, then you might not possess the skills to gain the full potential in terms of how much money you can make. And this is me speaking from experience. So the first thing I want to talk about is influencer apps. I did say to you that I will show you how to start making money on Instagram with as little as 1,000 followers. It is very possible, guys. So the app that I'm going to talk about is an app called Takumi. It's spelled Takumi, Takumi. For those of you who are listening on the podcast, Takumi, Takumi. The app, all you have to do is download it, then apply to join. Before you apply, they do have a criteria, at least 1,000 real followers, and also your pictures shouldn't have memes or like Snapchat filters and selfies of you with like the dog faces. No, you're not going to get accepted. So they would have to accept your account in order for you to start making money. But they pay a minimum of £40 per post. So you have 1,000 following, you could do a sponsored post for them, and you get paid £40. There are a lot of brands that work with the app, so you could get campaigns from like a clothing brand, an alcohol brand, and you can start making money. You can make your first £40 once you get approved if there are campaigns available on the platform. So that is one way to start making money on Instagram. So that is just an example of an influencer app that you can use to make money, but there are so many influencer apps out there. So all you have to do, because I'm not going to do all the work for you, you want to make this money, then you need to be able to go after the money. I cannot do all the hard work for you. You have to put in the time. So go online, go on Google and Google influencer apps, and go through them and see which ones are a good fit for you. Make sure you go through their criteria before applying, because if your account is not a good match, then you're going to get rejected, and then you're going to lose out on potential sponsorships that you would have gotten. So make sure you've gone through your Instagram account, cleaned it up, make sure it matches your criteria before you go and apply to those apps. Because you can definitely earn a substantial amount of living from creating sponsored content using some of these influencer apps. So that is one way to make money on Instagram and on your blog as well. The other way that I find that you can earn a living on your blog and on your Instagram as well is by switching your Instagram account to a business account. Switch to business, because what business allows for is that in your bio there will be email there. So people can just click email, and then you might get an email from a brand saying, hello, I am Shirley from, I don't know, New Look, looking to partner with you. We've been following you for a while and we really love your work. Are you interested in helping us promote our summer spring collection? Here are the details of the campaign. As a blogger, someone who's a professional, you should have something called a media kit. Now, a media kit, if you don't know what it is basically like your resume as a blogger, which details your stats in terms of numbers of followers on all your social media platforms, the list of brands that you've worked with, and what you can offer the brand, as well as your rates. Some people don't put your rates on your media card. Your rates would be how much you would charge per Instagram post, how much you would charge per YouTube video, how much you would charge per blog post. So once you get an email like that, you'll be like, if you're interested, oh, hi Shirley, I definitely would love to work with New Look. I love New Look. Please find attached my media pack, which details my stats as well as my rates per post. Let me know if you'd like to proceed. Voila, and you guys, negotiate, and then you have yourself a collaboration where you make money from on your blog and on Instagram as well. Also, not just switch into a business account. One advice I also say is leave your email address in your Instagram bio. Mine is always in my bio, Mossonyi, because sometimes PR companies scout through hashtags on Instagram and they could come across your profile, but they might not have any campaigns that they're working on at the moment. But what they could do is add you to their database, and in future send out emails proposing future sponsored posts. Another way to make money, and the final way that I know of, which is why I was trying to hit home the point of don't do it if you are not passionate about it, because if you're not passionate about it, then it reflects on your work and then it might not be sustainable. And that is creating content for other brands. So it's all well and good if a brand wants to pay you to create sponsored posts on your own channels. Sometimes you have brands approaching people, say for example, who have like strong photography skills or strong creative direction, and they pay those influencers to create content for them, not for the influencers to promote on their platform, but strictly for the brands. I'm going to be honest with you right now and say I make more money creating content for other brands that I don't even share on my platform. Over 60% of our income comes in from creating content for brands that we never get to share, but the brands pay us to create that content. Do you know why the brands pay us? Because we're way cheaper than hiring a professional photographer. The photographer that they would have to hire for a campaign like that will probably need an assistant, a creative director, a makeup artist, you name it. They're gonna need a bunch of people to help bring the vision together. But for us, we're like two people with idea, and we go out, we come up with a vision, we come up with the idea, we read the brief, and we deliver as best as we can, and we get paid for it, so we are way cheaper. Say for example now, maybe a shoot like that will cost a brand 100 grand, and they might end up paying influencers like 30% of what the shoot would cost them. So it would be a win-win situation at the end of the day. And that is why being passionate about something reflects on your work, and those brands kind of like recognize it, and that is where you get booked. And in fact, there is more money in creating content for brands, like creating images for brands to use on their own platforms, because you're selling them the usage rights as well, which could go on for a number of years. So that is something I would say, don't just go into it because there is money to be made, but go into it because you genuinely love it, and then the money becomes the benefit that you get from doing something that you genuinely love. So that's it, guys. I hope you have found this particular segment of the podcast very useful. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video. I didn't answer any questions in this particular episode because I just wanted it to focus on how you can earn a living from blogging, at least the way we've been earning a living from blogging and doing Instagram. So I will see you guys in my next video, where hopefully I will answer more questions. So do not hesitate to leave your blogging and photography related questions in the comment box down below, or tweet us at @mycoffeediaries, and we'll get your questions answered in upcoming episodes. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and I will see you lot next week. Bye. Oh my god, I forgot to say I've got my brewing hand. Well, I have got my brewing hand, and yes, I am having a cup of tea. Yes, I am. Bye.